Most definitely meal time.
All right, it says, Dear Raven and Bubba, I always talk about relationships and love advice with my coworker. I'm in my 30s and he is in his late 50s. He is a very attractive man. However, I look at him as an uncle or father figure. When I need it, he provides a lot of wisdom. We have been colleagues for about 3 years now. After confiding with him about an issue I was having in my relationship, he slid in a comment about him and his wife having an open relationship. He has asked me out for drinks 4 times and invited me to his home twice. What do I do?
Well, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you straight up. You need to go ahead and get on up out of there, cause that old man, he trying to live his best life again. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he in his 50s, you're in your 30s, automatically, what kind of, and plus he's married. You know what I'm saying? So especially if you're not into that poly life, then of course you need to go ahead and exit because he already done tried you with it. You know what I'm saying? He already done tried you with the he already done tried you with the flick. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get double trouble. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing. And keep looking at him as an uncle and father figure because that's exactly what he is. You know what I'm saying? He's a father figure and he shouldn't be out here trying to do no poly life because that might take him out with him being in his late 50s. You know what I'm saying? Not throwing no shame on the older guys, but come on, man. At some age, you just gotta sit down somewhere. Like the old people say, you gotta sit down somewhere.
I feel like the conversations need to stop because at this point, we got somebody that want to come into the room.
Who that?
What it do?
What it do, Ray and Bubba?
What's happening?
Hey, go ahead and tell the people who you are.
Hello, good peoples. I'm Laverne Robinson, better known as Sexy Chocolate, and I work with the Russell County School District. Okay. And I'm just here to chat in with you guys and play along with you tonight.
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you, Bubba.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
All right, we just dropped that link in the chat for people who were interested in joining. Laverne, we are so glad to have you tonight, Foxy Roxy.
Glad to be here, baby.
Okay.
You might get a husband after the night, baby. How you came on here looking?
Girl, you better be careful how you say that because you don't know which one of the husbands listening already.
Okay. I hear you now.
So, Roxy, this person wrote us an anonymous letter saying that they had been confiding in a coworker about their relationships and asking for love advice, but it seems like the coworker is coming on to them now. How do you handle a situation like that?
Well, you got to be careful who you always ask for advice because, some women's, not just only women's, but some men's already has eyes for that person. And if you got eyes for that person and then you try to get that person to help you out with somebody else, then they feel like it might be an easy chance for them to come on to you. That's how a lot of relationships get into a jump start, as I can say, a situation where things get started because people that are engaged in loving someone or liking someone, and then that other person might have feeling for that person, they're going to do all they can to try to get in the foreplay first before, they put that other person in that position.
Right. And I feel like he using, their relationship with them being colleagues or whatnot. I feel like he using that relationship to kind of, to his advantage to kind of slide in and make a move like what he did, because
absolutely.
And plus if he giving advice or she's asking him for advice, he already know what she got going on, so he's gonna try to counter that, and that's what's gonna make that what made him feel comfortable about sliding in like that because he know that she's vulnerable because she's been getting advice from him or she's been talking to him about her business. So like I say, with him being an older guy, him being married, that was his opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He got a foot in the door. he got that courage up to ask her, and he had to put it in the air. So I feel like he using, like I say, he using that relationship to kind of slide, to slide up under her.
Absolutely, Bubba. I totally.
Jazz said it sounds like he wants his cake and eat it too, like most married men. And Ashley said, yes, some men are just looking for your vulnerable moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think like now it's time to cut that friendship off because he has crossed the line. He's made his intentions known. He has crossed the line. You can't take your relationship advice to him anymore.
But then now on another level, some may have shown him a sign. We don't know how that conversation led up to him asking her that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have all those details, but some led up to make him get that courage. It probably was something she said, and maybe he probably took it the wrong way, but it was something that she probably said or mentioned to him, and he felt comfortable enough, and just like I say, he tried to shoot his shot. You know what I'm saying?
And back again on that, Bubble, he probably wanted her anyway. He probably just using that as an excuse for her to get back to the co-worker. But all the time, he probably had his eyes on that lady anyway. So, you never can tell because there's a pullout in both ends because he could have been attracted to the one that he gave the message to give to the messenger. So it just, he was probably trying to play the field. He already knew he was married then, as that song could say, he wanted a woman to hold him down, one to pick him up. It's a true saying. He was trying to have 3 women on the side.
And then ain't no telling. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but ain't no telling how old his wife is too. Now, you know what I'm saying? We got to take that into consideration. He probably wanted to add a little spice to him and his wife relationship, by adding a little 30-year-old, knowing that she's vulnerable once again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, he was, like I say, he was using all those things to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least trying to anyway. But
because nowadays a man have all kind of games too, Raven. There are a total amount of women compared to the total amount of men out here. Men figure that they have the advantage to go get more than one woman now. And so he figured if he could have had all 3 of those women, he would have been on top of the money. But he knows that sometimes, okay, I can get this woman, I can get that woman, and I can still have the woman on the side. So it weighs out in both corners where, he could have been trying to play the field on each end.
And see, that's and again, man, with me being a male, and I have a lot of female friends, you know what I'm saying? So with me being a male, I feel like if you into that kind of life, man, like don't wait till a woman is vulnerable for you to slide in like that. It's plenty of women that's into that type of stuff. You just gotta look in the right spots. But I feel like that's kind of taking advantage of a person when you kind of trying to slide in at the wrong time in their life, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, they're vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be a different thing if she didn't have those issues, she wasn't asking for no advice and they bumped into each other and that came about, it'll be different. But like I say, people have different objectives. So he, like you said, he probably had eyes on her the whole time.
Yep.
And just waited for a moment to jump at her, you know what I'm saying? So
I think he felt the opportunity was right, and she put herself out there like that because she told him too much.
Yeah.
But now it's time to fall back.
And I said that on a previous episode. Women, stop telling your business to these people, even women. Stop telling your business period to people and try to learn to deal with things on your own, because when you give people that power of knowing what you got going on or knowing, what's I guess the situation you got in your life, they'll take that to their advantage and use it against you. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to stop telling your business to everybody and quit looking for somebody to tell you or looking for somebody to agree with you with problems. Because I feel like that's a lot of the problem. These women tell their problem, and then this man is on the other end telling them, well, yeah, you're right, you ought to leave them, or you ought to, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? They tell them everything they want to hear, and then they get sucked right. They get put in that position to where a man gonna feel comfortable asking, well, hey, you want to come to my house and have drinks, and it's a easy way to slide in.
I agree with you 100% there, Bubba. You got to learn how to keep that mouth closed.
That's right. That's right.
And if
So
you're on, we should have 50, at least 15 likes tonight. And hit that subscribe button. Also share this link with a friend. Auntie said, you cannot talk to everyone about your problem.
male or female, even same sex. You know what I'm saying? Same sex. You can't, like, it's a lot of things that I don't tell friends and family just because I don't want to be put in a position of where I feel like, they going to use that against me and knowing what I got going on. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta keep that mouth closed, man, and just learn to deal with stuff. And if you're gonna take advice, take your own advice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if it don't work out, you made that decision and you took your own advice. And if it don't work out, you know what I'm saying, you can't blame nobody. You just gotta live with that and move on.